It's time for the first of 3 home races for Haas in 2023, and we're looking to make it a happy homecoming with some more points. Hello folks, welcome to episode 5 here at Haas with Formula 2 champions only. We've scored points in every race so far this season, and we're coming off the back of our best result of the season in Baku. Let's just show you how that all played out. Here's the standings. We finished 8th in Azerbaijan, mostly thanks to a couple of red flags. Lewis Hamilton failing to finish. He ended up in the wall, but we did beat both Alpines, and we've now moved ahead of our French rivals in the Constructors' Championship. We're now the 5th best team in Formula One. Who'd have ever said that about Haas? A very quick thing I will address, actually, something that I said at the end of the last episode was that it was a record-setting points finish in a row for the team. I did put on there that it was with the same driver, because originally there was a piece in there that said 4 points finishes in the row for the team. Then I double checked and found that in 2018 Haas had 6 straight points finishes with Grosjean and Magnussen, but they only got 3 each. So that's why I put the little piece on the screen towards the end as Hulkenberg crossed the line, just to say it was with the same driver. But if we can reach Monaco and score points there, then having scored points in Miami and Imola, then we will break that record with Haas. So yeah, we're moving towards our best run of form for the American team, and I'm going to boost things as well by spending on a facility which is shut down. I was going to upgrade the factory, but I can't do that because it's shut down due to a sponsor obligation. I wanted to do it on camera, and I've been found out. I'll have to do that off camera, but that's what I'm going to do next. But I also think this is really important to do as well. Weather center. Make sure this is as good as you can make it. So I'm going to upgrade the weather center, and we want a tour center as well, because that brings in extra cash. We don't have any memorabilia to show off. Yeah, so maybe do we build a helipad or Yes, let's build a hospitality area. We want people to be well looked after here. So we're just going to construct a few infrastructural things for the team. I don't even know if that's a word. I might have just made it up. But anyway, we're going to continue making it up as we go along. And we're going to head to Miami. We're going to make sure the cars are ready to go. And we're going to score some more points. Final 90 seconds of Q1. Felipe Drugovich is in the drop zone. Nico Hulkenberg with a fantastic first lap is P4. I think traffic is playing an issue. Or is being an issue, at least in this session. We might get a tow here off of... We won't get the tow off of the Ferrari. Here's Drugovich. Personal best first sector. That's good news for him. Everyone getting out of his way. What's this in the way in the middle sector? That is a Audi. That's not helpful. Get out the way. We've still done a personal best middle sector, which is good. So he must have had a rotten first lap. This is very important. We need to find some time. Was that Bottas that was in the way? It was. He's the man we could be bumping out here. I think he's done his final lap. Felipe Drugovich crosses the line. 13th fastest. So I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, to be honest.
Mode in, please.
What's everybody else doing? Sargent is on a flying lap. Ocon has completed a lap, and I think he is out. I think Esteban Ocon's out. He is. Alpine have had a car eliminated by Logan Sargent. What's Piastri up to? Russell is also out. George Russell's eliminated in qualifying 1. This is incredible. Piastri goes 12th fastest, and we are through, I think. 3.5 minutes left in Q2. We're currently in the top 10 with both drivers. We're going to send them out with fresh rubber for their final effort, and we're actually split by a Aston Martin there, which is Fernando Alonso, which could be useful for Drugovich. I don't think he's going to be close enough to Hulkenberg, which is probably useful because we don't want Hulk's lap disrupted. Who was that? Sonoda just going into P8 with his final effort. Traffic less of an issue now that there's fewer cars on the circuit. We nicely get out of the way of a sole remaining Mercedes. Let's see what our final lap will look like. Drugovich is right up the gearbox of Alonso. That could be very useful on the straights. First sector's coming up then. Hulkenberg with a personal best. What about Drugovic? A personal best for the Brazilian as well. We are still inside the top 10, but we have now just been bumped out, I think, by Gasly going into P7. Hulkenberg with another personal best, but Drugovic not improving in the middle sector, which is odd because he did his first lap on heavily used soft tyres. Checkered flag is out. It's do or die right now for Nico. He goes P7. Great stuff. Drugovic, 10th. Excellent. Can we stay there? That's the question. Is anyone on a lap? Lando Norris is on a lap and has set personal best in the first sector and in the middle sector. Can Lando do enough to bump us out in Q2? Remember, he was the reason we didn't get through in Baku, and he's gone 9th. Lando, you're so good, it's annoying. Here's our Q3 lap then with Hulkenberg. We did a sighter lap on used tyres to start with, and it's put us 8th ahead of Norris and Gasly. There could be some traffic here. That's Hamilton getting out of the way. Hulkenberg not with a personal best. I never understand why these drivers don't improve on the final flying lap on fresh tyres. I think it's to do with the confidence metrics and how that gets affected, but we're still not improving. A little bit of traffic through the middle sector. I don't think this lap is going to do enough for us. Gasly stays 10th. Norris has stayed 9th. Hulkenberg stays 8th. So, yeah, not really much to shout about, but at least we got to Q3 and we're in the top 8, I suppose. That's pretty good. So, I think we're well set for a good race. Ready to go then with our two-stop strategy in Miami. Soft, medium, medium for Felipe Drugovic. Soft, medium, soft for Nico Hulkenberg. And I think we've got an extra set of... We don't have an extra set of mediums to use with him, so we do have to go to the softs at the end. Drugovic does have a second set and a third set of mediums. He's got mediums coming out of his ears. So, yeah, we're all good to go. Car setup is pretty much optimal. We've taken a little bit of fuel out because that helped in Baku. And there's propensity for safety cars here as well. So there's definite opportunity to continue this points streak. And let's extend it to 5. Let's do a motor race. That's Fernando Alonso on pole position once again. We've got 5 red lights. The lights are out. The race is on. Where's Nico Hulkenberg? There he is. He's chasing the 2 Ferraris who... Did they have grid drops? I don't even know. But we're going around the outside of one of them. Hulkenberg is passing a Ferrari. He's going around the outside of Carlos Sainz. The madman is back. And he's going into P7. This is, well, he could be. Sainz is on mediums. We're on softs, so we've got a bit of a pace advantage, and we've taken some fuel out. So Nico Hulkenberg up to P7 on this opening lap. Fabulous start for us. Drugovic has held position. Excellent stuff. Felipe Drugovic has moved into the top 10. He's muscled his way past Lando Norris. He's on a set of mediums in the McLaren. And we're wiggling our way through the chicane and getting the job done. So Drugovic now into P10. How far off of Gasly is he? He's not going to get DRS. So let's press on with the tyres and close that gap to Gasly. In fact, we did get DRS, so that's good. We can now try and get past the Alpine. Is it too early to suggest this could be the day we get a first double points finish with the team and Drugovic gets his first points? At the moment, it looks a real possibility, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We're following Felipe Drugovic and we're going to deploy the battery here because we want to get past Pierre Gasly's Alpine, and he's already really hustling the Frenchman. He's moving to the inside and late on the brakes. Come on. Yes! Drugovic squeezes through. Gasly's sticking his nose back in, which you don't appreciate. Let's go indeed. Drugovic into P9. Great stuff from the young Brazilian. Felipe Drugovic is heading to the pit lane. We have lost P7 with Hulkenberg. That was inevitable though. Sainz is in a Ferrari. It's a much faster car. He's come past, and we're also going to get an undercut on most of our opposition here. It's not going to help us move forward into P7 or P6, but with Drugovic, it's going to keep him ahead of the likes of Gasly and Norris. In he comes for the stop. Please be a good one. Yeah, that'll do. 2.9 seconds. Hulkenberg's stop goes relatively smoothly as well, and Drugovic is now going to be right on his tail. I'm going to ask him not to fight his teammate, so Hulkenberg can deploy this battery that he's built up, and now we can just press on and hopefully close up to the back of Russell and Ocon and Tsunoda and Albon, who are all fighting, and secure ourselves some points. I'm actually going to get our drivers to swap positions in a moment, not by using the don't fight teammate instruction, by using the rarely defend instruction on Hulkenberg. So essentially, Drugovich, because he's able to push on his strategy a bit more, I'm going to allow him to go through. In fact, I might do the don't fight teammate through the DRS zone here with Hulkenberg. Let's see if he gives up the position. He does eventually, but that was a little bit more dicey than I thought it would be. We need to get past Tsunoda, and Drugovich is going to be the man to do that. Then Hulkenberg will go past too, and our strategy should hopefully come together nicely. Where's Drugovich going to make this pass? Here. And now. Lovely stuff. Is Hulkenberg going to follow him through? Not just yet. But we're going to leave ourselves work to do towards the end of the race. But I'd rather be in that position chasing someone down with better tyres than I would be trying to hang on and just long it out. Onto the pit stop lap now with Felipe Drugovich. He's being closed down by his teammate. And we could probably pick up the fuel pushing a little bit at the moment and just save a little bit more at the end. But Hulkenberg is catching Felipe because the Brazilian's tyres are basically done. Hulkenberg still 5 or 6 laps out from his pit stop, so we could possibly be a bit more aggressive with him. In regards to our opposition, Gasly and Norris are both on hards. I can't remember how long you lose in a pit stop, but we'll probably come out behind them with Drugovich, who's into the pit lane now. Lovely shot of the fans and the pit wall. Nice empty pit lane, no one to hold us up. So the Haas mechanics go to work, and that's a nice stop. We're going to come out behind Gasly and Norris, but not too far. That was them flashing through the screen just a second ago. There they are. You can see that's Lando Norris chasing Daniel Ricciardo, and here's Felipe Drugovich on fresh tyres. So Ricciardo will get out of the way. We are, what's that? 5 or 6 seconds behind Gasly. We could definitely get ahead of the Frenchman. Can we catch Ocon? And what's Hulkenberg going to do with his strategy? Because he's going to be on softs and be super quick in the closing stages. First bit of progress in his final stint for Felipe Drugovich around the outside for the inside against Daniel Ricciardo, and the Australian is dispatched, and that's Lando Norris, who's the next car. So I'm guessing, we've got a yellow flag. Drugovich has already overtaken Norris. Here we go. DRS down the back straight. Very easy. Fresh mediums versus slightly worn hards. And Felipe makes it look very easy. The yellow flag isn't going to result in anything. We've had a crash involving multiple cars. Let's see who it is. It's Verstappen and Alonso. What is happening here? Oh, the Aston Martin drivers picked up some damage, and surely that would have been a puncture. And that's something that is coming in F1 Manager 24, is like car failures. Hopefully, contact like that also results in punctures. Not all the time, but some of the time. Because sometimes you do see cars get away with it. So maybe that would be a great addition, because your drivers would then have to be like super smart about how they attack and defend. Things like that you could get punished by. And it can turn a race upside down. But Drugovich is having a lovely old time, and Hulkenberg is not far away from his stop. So we're in a really strong position here. Another Felipe Drugovich overtake. He's now ahead of Pierre Gasly, the Frenchman doing everything he can to make it difficult. But there was no stopping the Brazilian. There we go. He blasts by to the sound of the samba beat. Here comes Hulkenberg then into the pit lane. He's going to fall behind his teammate, and I'm guessing he'll probably pop out somewhere around Russell and Norris. But on fresh softs, he's going to be absolutely rapid. Drugovich moves into P9, and we do pop out behind, or just ahead of Lando Norris. That is crucial. Now, not Felipe, Nico can get the hammer down. Let's deploy the battery, and then we can really start attacking this lot. We can close up on Russell, who is on softs as well. He's going to be coming through the pack ahead of us, so we can close in on Gasly now. That's going to be a no contest. Russell is 3 seconds behind Felipe, who is closing in on Ocon. So I think, because Russell's coming through in a faster car, we'll probably end up 9th and 10th, although we are currently P8 with Felipe Drugovich. So he's driving splendidly, and Russell is now less than 3 seconds behind. So overtaking to be done in this final stint for our boys, and starting with Pierre Gasly being overtaken by Nico Hülkenberg. And there it is. It did not take long at all. We'll bring the replay up when it decides to arrive. There it is. And it's a straightforward DRS overtake on the straight into, I think that's what, turn 9 maybe, because they count all the little wiggles of the straight as corners, even though a Formula One car doesn't really notice them. So yeah, that corner, and now we're trying to catch Russell, and this is probably where we're going to end up, 9th and 10th, because the Mercedes driver is 1.6 seconds a lap faster than Drugovich on the softs, but those tyres will start to degrade quicker than our mediums, so it might level out and we could still hang on to P8. Lap 51, well, we're about to finish lap 50 and start lap 51, and Russell's now 3.2 seconds behind. His tyres aren't giving him the performance that he would like anymore, and Felipe is still in P8. Russell 0.6 slower that time around, and even Hülkenberg was 0.2 slower. So the mediums are the hot ticket right now in the closing stages. And Felipe Drugovich, whisper it quietly, he's on for a fantastic result here. We've got DRS against Russell, which is thoroughly unexpected. I'm going to we'll harvest the battery into turn 1 and see if we can pass the Mercedes, who's now 4 seconds behind Drugovich. Could we beat a Mercedes with both cars in this race? This would be absolutely unprecedented in terms of our expectations. Drugovich just going along swimmingly in P8. Hülkenberg now doing a great job in essentially distracting Russell, although it could force Russell to pick up his pace now that we've got DRS. It looks like Russell was just topping up his battery, because he's now zoomed right up to the gearbox of Drugovich and is going to spoil our party. Hülkenberg's come with him, so we can crack on with Drugovich now, but Russell is here and very much a threat. We can deploy our battery in defence, but I think it's going to be in vain. Our tyres have seen their best days, and Hülkenberg's actually got DRS as well. If Russell goes through, I might just get Hülkenberg to not fight teammate, and then we'll just bring it home. Is Drugovich going to be close? Was far enough away? I think he was. Does Russell have DRS? I don't think he does. He does not, and Hülkenberg is attacking. Is he going to send it on Russell again? Russell defends, and that's pulled him out of DRS range to Felipe. So this is working a treat for us right now, and if Hülkenberg can nab P9, that would be just lovely. We're about to start the final lap here in Miami. Felipe Drugovich is more than a second clear of George Russell, but just to be safe, I'm going to attack on the tyres. I'm going to do that with both drivers. I'm going to get Hülkenberg deploying as well, because we could still yet snatch P9 from George Russell, who qualified 19th in the Mercedes. And let's see if we can get this overtake done. DRS for us is wide open. Can we send it? We're going to go down the outside. Hülkenberg switching to the inside, and whoa! The wiggle and the crowd cheering. We're not through yet. Perez has won the race in a Red Bull 1-2.
That was dangerous.
That might have been dangerous, but we did have to take avoiding action. Let's jump on board. Let's push with the fuel. Can we steal it into the final corner? High overtake aggression. We're going for it. This could end up in the wall.
Let's give it a go.
You've got to send it, Nico. Send it. It's not enough. It's not enough. But it has secured Felipe Drugovich his first points. 8th place. Brilliant from Felipe Drugovich. Clap it up, everybody. Hulkenberg comes home in P10. He didn't quite get the job done for P9, but still, a double points finish for Haas. That was... We were hoping just for a couple of points, maybe 9th or 10th. But we've got 8th and 10th, and Alpine have nothing. Fantastic. What a result. What a fantastic result. I've had a couple of wins around Miami with Mercedes, and they were sweet. But actually, I'm really pleased with how this race has played out. Yes, obviously, we've had to upgrade the car, and you need a decent car to do something about it. The strategy played out perfectly. Felipe kept his nose clean, no mistakes. Qualifying went really well. Just a superb weekend all round for the team. I am so proud of our drivers, so proud of our team. What a weekend, what a result. And let's see what that does for, first of all, the Drivers' Championship. Hulkenberg, 9 points. He's now 2 points ahead of Ocon. Drogovic moves to 11th with 4 points. Pierre Gasly still yet to score a point. He's having a rotten time, isn't he? The Gaz man. At the top of the championship, Verstappen holds a 20-point advantage over Leclerc. Perez is in 3rd. Sainz and Alonso in the battle of the Spaniards for P4. And Stroll is actually doing the business for Aston Martin. He's already got more points in-game in 5 races than he did in real life in the entire 2023 season, I think. Although that might be doing him a disservice, but I know he didn't get that many in comparison to Alonso. Here's the Constructors. We move to 6 points clear of Alpine. And when races like this and points are very few and far between, 6 points is a huge, huge margin, because even like if Alpine get a P8, they would still need to finish 8th and 9th just to catch us. So our 2 P8s are now going to keep us ahead on countback. So we need to keep ticking these points over, 1 or 2 a race, nab these P8s where we can, and that will see us over the line against Alpine. Obviously still an awful long way to go, but what a weekend. I'm so chuffed with it. Make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video to congratulate Felipe Drogovic on his first F1 points, and subscribe for more Haas F1 team adventures. I'll see you in the next round in Imola. You're the best, fans. Bye for now.